Hey Starcrafters, Wookie here. Thanks for tuning in, and this is a Season 7 ladder game featuring Mawa as the red Protoss, Daybreak, and my opponent is Sister Hyorin. Sister Hyorin. And this is a PvP then, as we can clearly see. Now, I wanted to show this game because I think I'm making progress. Sister Hiren is a gold level player. From the score screen after this game, I got pretty excited when I saw that, and tries a build, which I don't think is the best for PvP, but you can do it. So here's my scout. My scout sees this. Pylon, Forge. I'm like, geez, that's one of two things, right? It's either a Forge Fast Expand, because it's sure set up at the bottom of the ramp like you would for that, or it's going to be a Cannon Rush. Completely different things, right? If it's a Forge Fast, I got tons of time. I don't have to worry about an attack coming for a long time. If it's a Cannon Rush, I got about 30 seconds to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. So, here's the probe on the walkabout, and then my gateway sees this probe come right by, and then it does something shady, I believe, or I recall. It leaves. That's so sneaky. What a jerk. That's not what it did. So you see me set up a command here, and then I'm looking for the Nexus, and then there's the shadiness. I saw it veer to the right because my gateway is close enough to my ramp, so I send my probe over there to check for it. And another thing I did that we didn't see, I remember from this game, I won't back up the video, but when my probe came out here and saw this, when I built my gateway, my first gateway now, I selected the probe and I pulled him, before I had enough minerals, and I clicked over here on a move command and then came over here and built the thing, and then came over here and then went back to minerals looking for those pylons, because I knew the forge was already on its way, and if it was a cannon rush there would be a pylon potentially going down in my base already. So that was, I kind of like used that first probe that builds the first gateway as an inside the base scout, and it timed pretty well. I pulled at like 85 minerals, wandered over here, then wandered over here, had 150, dropped the gate, wandered over there. And then if we look on my vision, my probe that I had danced around here did see the Nexus go down. So unless that's a fake Forge Fast, it's a real Forge Fast. That sounds really obvious now that I say it, but in the game it was a little bit of a revelation. Now because I had to, you saw me build 3 warp gates, or gateways, and I left them kind of in a row here because we had a probe over here and I didn't know what exactly was going to happen. I canceled the one after I knew that I was not being cannon rushed. And you saw me cancel another gateway here, so that's 2 gateways I've canceled. What I was going to do when I confirmed that he was Forge Fast Expanding was 4-gate. I figure I can bust that with a 4-gate, and then I realize I'm putting down a 3rd gateway at like 5 minutes and my warp gate isn't even done yet. I didn't think it was going to be fast enough to be worth doing, so I went with a robotics base because I'm already on 2 gas, and there are a lot of things. My initial thought was, 1 base, crack this guy because he went with the early expand, right? So that's why I thought I would throw down 2 more gateways. Then I glanced at the time and I was like, oh, that's kind of dumb, and I've already taken 2 gas. So I canceled the gateway, put down the Robo, and decided I'm going to go with Immortals. So I push out with my first 2 Zealots in Stalker and take a probe with me because I want to get a pylon set up. I've got this tower to watch for any chicanery that happens. One thing I did not do was scout around this way, and I should have, but I did scout here, I did scout here. I know it's not a cannon rush, so at best it's a proxy pylon, and at best he's probably behind me on warp gate, so I should be okay. So here's the Immortal. Didn't even go with an Observer, just went straight to Immortal, adding on a 3rd gate, and that because Immortals I'm going to need to crack the wall. Immortals do sick damage versus I don't have one to select yet. They do sick damage versus structures. I mean, everybody knows that, right? So I run into two cannons up here, and I thought I might be able to make a run at it, but don't have quite enough units yet. Definitely want to wait for that robotics, but I only saw 2 Zealots and a Stalker, and that's probably everything he's got. And it is everything he's got. He's got more probes than me, obviously, but he's on 2 Nexi. This is. And I'm only on 1. But here comes the Bombadita. Bombadita, Bombadita. Here he comes, and once he gets up here, he's going to unleash his phase disruptors. They do 50 points of damage to armored units, and structures are armored. So he is just going to crush. We get a warp in, and we are off. And you can see Mr. Sneaky Pants is being sneaky. But with only 2 cannons and 3 units here, I have a distinct advantage. It looks worse than it is. Like, you see 2 cannons and some units, and you're like, oh crap, and you don't want to try to knock it. But even with a 3rd cannon, I'm just so gonna crush this because that immortal is so butch. And of course, I've got another one rallied in, and this guy trying to take out my pylon was a darn near successful. Wow, I didn't realize that in game. In game, I was like, got this. Do a little step micro here to get away from the probes. And once the second immortal gets here, I'm going to grab these 3 Zealots and bye-bye Stalkers. Sistar Hyorin leaves the game. Thank you very much. And I was, simple game. Nothing real fancy. It wasn't, anything epic. It was just a good, quick, clean game with a Forge Fast Expand versus a 3-gate Robo, and you can see I was heading toward Colossus Tech in case I needed it. But for me, this is kind of a step. It's a step forward because I actually recognized what was going on. I crossed Cannon Rush off the list with scouting. So once I was able to do that, I knew it was a Forge Fast. And I made a decision, and then I quickly changed my mind and made the right decision. I had a plan, knew what I was going to do, executed, and I mean, we're not talking, I'm not going on the tour anytime soon or whatever, but a decent game, a good win against a gold level player, so hopefully I'm on the way up. Of course, I haven't had enough time to actually play to get my MMR up at all because I've been working a lot, and this is coming off like the game right before this one. I lost because I didn't look at my army. I was like building an assimilator or something, and the voice tells me our forces are under attack, and I'm like, alright, I'll take care of that in a second here. Let me macro for 3 seconds, and then I double click or double punch 1, and the screen doesn't move. I'm like, what? And all my crap had died. So and that was versus a silver level player. I was like, oh darn, and I was able to like block my ramp with sentries or whatever for a few minutes, but I ended up dying horribly in that game just because I decided that I didn't really need to look at my army right away. Oh well, what are you going to do? A little step backward and then a big step forward, so I'm happy with it. Good luck to you guys. Have fun on your ladder games. I am Wookie, and I will see you soon.